I can't do it, guys. I really can't. Coach I got away with it once. I don't think he'd let it happen again without me having to do, 40-40s at 6 a.m. So.
What were the repercussions after the first time on ESPN?
A lot of jokes. Well, say that. I mean, Coach Saban would come up and, casually remark about how a lot of people were telling him that I needed to be running before and after practice, and that any kind of just old high school, dog drill you ever heard of, such as roll 100 yards, something like that, It was just things like that, but it was all fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, in the locker room after the bowl game, then you got nothing to lose, right?
I don't know. I mean, Coach Saban is one of those guys. He can follow you. I don't know. I don't know if that would be the time, but I mean, it's good. I mean, just one of those just things that just loosens everybody up a little bit, and you know when to do it, and when not to do it, and but he certainly I think he kind of likes it, a little bit, but I'm not gonna do it in front of him again.
When did you first realize you had that talent?
It was a practice. I think we were doing a field goal, and I think we missed a few field goals. And I was standing next to Antoine Caldwell and Nick Walker and John Parker, and all of a sudden he was yelling, and I yelled, and Antoine looked at me and was like, "What? You say that again? Do that again." And I was like, I did it again. He started laughing. He started rounding up a crew, and he's like, "Come on, do it one more time." And I did, and they're like, "You sound just like him." I was like, "Really?" And I didn't think anything of it. Next thing you know, I was having to do it just about every day for the next couple of weeks. So.
Was there ever a time you walked in, like, say, the back of the locker room, a lot of people didn't know you were there, and you threw it out? They thought it was...
Oh, yeah, there's been a few times, we just, especially after some of his better rants, we do it in the locker room, and there's some guys, taking a shower who are like, "Is Coach Saban, is he out there?" So, that's always good when you hear that. They're like, "Man, I could have swore Coach Saban was out there. I don't want to come out for a while, So, but, yeah, I got in a few of those.
Can I ask you a question about the bowl game? People are talking about the motivation, the team's motivation, the ability to get up. And maybe on Sports Talk Radio, or it's being written about, they immediately talk about the loss to Utah a couple of years ago when they questioned this team's ability to get up for this game, be motivated for this game. What would you say to that?
I mean, I think the big thing for this team is to play our best game. That's something that's always out there for any competitor, and I think that's something that we need to achieve. I don't think we've quite done that yet. So we're trying to, prepare to play our best game, and that's what we hope to do. And we hope, to make, our fans, in this state proud by, how we play. That there's going to be people, the fans that travel down the game, people watch us on TV. We owe something to them too, to show up and play our best ball. So I don't think there's, much to have anything to do with Utah.
Have you seen everybody? Have they been really pumped up in practice?
Oh yeah, I mean it's been a grind, but we've had a lot of leaders step up, and I think we're on the right track.
How do you balance between taking the game seriously but also going down there and having a good time?
Well, I mean, one of the things, and Coach Saban says it, but I can attest to it too, is since I've been here as a freshman, you don't remember anything besides the game when it's all said and done. If you lose the game, it's not a fun bowl trip. So it's I think having a good time is kind of for the fans, and it's certainly you can enjoy yourself a little bit. You go down there and visit the sites and everything, but bottom line is you got to go down there with the mission to play your best game.
How exactly does he say it?
It's something like that.
We've been asking some players this week how they think they're going to spend that gift card for $400 at Best Buy. Do you know what you're going to go in there and pick up?
Man, I don't know. That's a pretty good bowl gift. I mean, you got all the options. certainly an Xbox is in play. Any kind of iPod player, it's good for a party. There's the options are just so unlimited. I don't know what I'm gonna go with. Just
Gonna be a
quite yet.
madhouse in there with 100 guys running around with a gift.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to get dangerous. I think you're going to have to really watch out. Your head's going to have to be on a swivel. Keep your feet moving and play low to high. I think you'll come out with some good gifts.
Has it hit you yet that this is it?
Yeah, it's getting there. So, I mean, you play football, since you're a little kid, and you realize that it's getting to the end. I mean, that's something that's hard to deal with on some occasions. But you also think back to all the relationships that you developed and all the lessons you've learned from the game and how well it's treated you. We're certainly a privileged bunch of guys here.
Is there anybody else you do imitations of?
We just not really. I mean, there are some players around here that do some Coach Byrne imitations. I'm not going to throw out any names, but there's other guys here. I don't know how I got thrown under the bus and all this, and nobody else got names came out. But we have a good time in the locker room sometimes. Everybody kind of doing their imitations. So.
Has there ever been a time when Coach Saban just came there and started talking and people thought it was you and start laughing and turn around, oh crap?
Yeah, I think. Well, there's been a few times, in practice where he said something with the guy's back turned, and he'd turn around thinking it was me, and then you can just tell he's got a shock reaction. Oh, it's Coach. So yeah, I guess there's been a few times like that.
Well, can he do a Rob Ezell impersonation?
Oh well, he claims he can. Especially in fourth quarter when we're doing those drills and. Some guy maybe start struggling a little bit. He always says, well, hey, I need to start impersonating you, bend over a little bit. So he gets back at me for sure.
You had a great high school career as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You probably could have had a good college career if you'd gone somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have second thoughts?
No, not at all, really. But, my goal here, the bottom line goal was when I came here, it was all said and done, was I want to be the kind of player that I felt like Coach Bryant would like to have on his team. Playing that's something. Obviously that's a lot, but to look back at it and say, hey, Coach Bryant, who means a lot, to me and a lot of people, I think that I think he'll like me, and I think that means a lot to me.
What's been the highlight?
Just being part of it. I can't. Not really one thing where you say, I was at that moment or that moment. Just being a part of what I think is the greatest football program in college football.
Thanks, guys.